Just getting one thing ready, guys. All right, guys, what's up? Just had to get a couple things ready here. And as people come in, we will, I'm going to do like a body cam video first, just to like start things off as people get in here.
High priority alert.
Fire at PC to stop. I'm going to stop after we turn.
So we'll do a body cam video first. You can get in here and I'll queue up the other videos. I didn't really know what I want to do for a topic. StreamYard link is here if someone wants to join.
I should be good. Man, how's it doing? Pulled you over because you had the single on to the left, and then you crossed over the white sound line, getting over the left. Okay, do me a favor. Can I get both your IDs? You both don't have seatbelts on, and you were driving. And then, do you have a seat for her or no?
I have a seat.
You have a seat? Before we leave, I'll just have to get out, make sure the seat's good, because I can't see anything from right here. You got pull up. Do you have your ID, ma'am?
No.
No? Okay. Let me go to that side.
How do you even get a U-Haul without having an ID? What's up, Inferno?
Last name Collins. So lucky.
Yeah, let's actually skip this and go what I wanted to talk about, basically. So before I was talking about one of these streams had got banned. And and it was talking about a similar topic as this, but I'm gonna try to address it again. So we're in trying times right now. You know, people are worried about AI. They're worried about, you know, defeating themselves. They think it could be the end times or World War III. A whole plethora of things. And a lot of people basically, you know, go to religion, or they flip flop between religion and New Age. And a lot of the New Age stuff is just garbage nonsense, and it's mostly women who consume a lot of it. They're like, "Oh, I'm going to do The Secret, and I'm going to do the Law of Attraction, and I'm gonna manifest like my dream home, my dream car, my dream man, my dream everything, and it's going to be perfect because I like live in abundance and stuff like that," which is different than having like an abundance mentality. And this is going to also kind of show that a lot of these are like frauds. And I've been taken by some of this too. Yeah, a lot of these yoga pants type chicks and all that, they say, "Oh, I'm going to manifest it," and things like that. And a lot of that's trash, but there's a lot of these people who gaslight it, who, like I said, they're lying to you about a lot of it. So, and they do this with religion as well, but they're waiting for you to leave religion and then try to go to the New Age gurus, which, you know, anyone can just say they're like a New Age guru, and that we see this on TikTok and everything. People rent like a yacht or something, and they're on a yacht saying, oh, they have all this money, and that they you got all this money from not working hard and stuff like that. That's what a lot of people like. So let's kind of explore this again.
Before we begin, it's important that I emphasize a few disclaimers.
And this guy's channel, to make sure we give him credit, James Janney. I was watching this video before. He does a pretty good job at breaking some of this down.
By no means.
And the reason I'm showing you this is like, I don't want you guys to try to fall into something like this and be taken. You know, this has sort of happened to me before too. Like, you know, I thought I was, you know, kind of left religion, and I thought like, oh, these other people who are kind of not quite hippies, but you know, you think this is going to be the new thing, basically.
Am I calling the individual?
And some of it's based on ancient stuff. They're really good at selling this, I guess.
Was mentioned in this video scammers. Consider what you are about to see. Look at my channel will show you what seemingly goes unnoticed.
Yeah.
So that they could.
No problem with somebody making money. However, I do take issue with the context surrounding how they make their money.
A lot of people actually were in my group were attending the events, the courses, in a hope to make money so that they could feed their family, but you know, unfortunately they have lost it. So
New Age spirituality has seen incredible growth in the mainstream, having a huge influence on the self-help industry.
Yeah. By the way, this guy, not her, that's, put a 1 if you've heard of that book, The Secret, and you know, it was popular a while ago. That's what a lot of this was based
Be discussing
on.
further. But what seemingly goes unnoticed is the booming business behind it that I think does more
Pause
harm
it at the
than
right
good.
time.
When you recognize your vibrational frequency, you're drawing in.
See, Oprah is just lying to you guys. Oprah, I don't know if she went to Epstein's, but you know, they're all in a racket boosting each other up to sell you a fraud.
Into yourself all the time, literally, the vibration that is most like what you're putting out.
Right. There was a woman who had cancer who refused medical treatment because she believed in The Secret.
In this video, we'll take a look at some of its most...
And she's one of the biggest offenders. That's called Esther Hicks. And what she would do is she would pretend that she was like channeling an entity called Abraham, who would say like, this is how law of attraction, like once you see it, it's actually kind of funny. But these people made a lot of money.
influential figures, its roots, and how it is fundamentally built from a flawed and dangerous disregard for reality. Now, it would be impossible for me to cover the entirety of the New Thought movement in just one video. So bear in mind that there will be influential figures in this industry that I fail to mention or decide to cut. However, I want you to take notice of the patterns. From multi-level marketing to scammers to self-help to pseudoscience
And
to
these
subtle
people
deception.
also
I'll aim to demonstrate why I think
sell
New Age
sales
spirituality
programs
has
as well.
inherently allowed itself to become the perfect grift.
So I'll point out some of the faces here. So this is that Rhonda Byrne. I think she's from Australia or something like that. And she's the one that made this book, The Secret. This guy here is Bob Proctor, and I've told you he's a fraud in the past, and this will be explained in here that they're actually literally committing fraud, and some of them are prosecuted for it. This is that Esther Hicks. This is that Jerry Hicks. They're like a husband and wife, and they would go. It was a good hustle. I have to give it to them. You know, they put in some work toward it. I don't know who this guy is. That might be like Napoleon Hill. I'm not exactly sure. Even Napoleon Hill said a lot of bullshit. Yes, exactly, Clayton. So why I'm trying to point this out, Clayton brings up a good point, is because these new age, I call it the new age, new cage, but they also do it with religion too, trying to preach a prosperity gospel where basically it's kind of like money is your God and you need to keep just donating towards the church and everything like that. We are seeing these people all over social media, TikTok. I don't have Instagram or Facebook, but I'm assuming they're on there as well, where they're doing these new age things, but it's also a multi-marketing scheme. So they do it with sales too. Like that's like what Grant Cardone does. Grant Cardone is basically doing like multi-level marketing, like prosperity gospel type stuff. Same with that Elliot, there's that car salesman guy, something Elliot. But people are getting taken by this all the time. And maybe this is what we should start doing in creating our own scam. So if you want to create a scam, this will also help you how to do it.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Me too. All right.
You're a dog.
Here's what I want to talk about today. Working in an office.
Class exclusive all-wheel drive, a premium navigation.
This low everyday price is here to stay.
We'll get you approved in 30 minutes or less. I guarantee it.
Did I know at the time, out of my greatest despair was to come the greatest gift.
This is where the bullshit starts.
I couldn't believe all the people who knew this. They were the greatest people in history. I began searching for people alive today who know the secret.
You know, this secret gives you everything you want.
In 2006, Rhonda Byrne released her film, The Secret, a film that promised to change your life, featuring various gurus who promoted an idea.
And like all these guys are frauds, which you'll see.
That could bring you health.
In fact, it's funny that this came up. This was the chick. I was making a video about this chick and it got taken down. Which is funny.
Wealth and happiness. That idea was the law of attraction.
Everything that's coming into your life, you are attracting into your life. And it's attracted to you by virtue of the images you're holding in your mind.
A film that suggested being overweight came from thinking fat thoughts, or that the only reason a person does not have enough money is because they are blocking money from coming to them with their own thoughts.
The secret is the law of attraction.
It was a feel-good message. The film exceeded $65 million in sales and became something.
And I think this was maybe around like, I don't know, 2009 or something.
Of a cultural phenomenon.
Have you heard about it? This is The Secret.
2006.
Talk about this DVD has been spreading around the world.
I had friends that were telling me that The Secret is real.
Girl I knew sent me a book called The Secret. She was like, listen, Dave, if this is going to help you.
But what you are also witnessing here is the success of another kind, a success at rebranding an idea that had been cultivated for many years before Burns' film. Fast forward to present day, and you'll find no shortage of gurus promoting these same rehashed ideas.
The moment you start feeling abundant and worthy, you are generating.
These guys are frauds.
Wealth.
3 law of attraction truths that I wish I knew earlier.
Whatever you can see in your mind, you can hold in your
And
hand.
it's mostly women who eat this up.
Whether you want to be a millionaire, whether you
7 steps to speed up the law of attraction using your spiritual powers.
Here we establish the first pattern of this industry, targeting a vulnerable audience. Those who are struggling financially, having relationship problems, or suffering.
Well, this is part of why I wanted to bring this up, because people right now are hurting. You know, gas is expensive, groceries are expensive. You know, they're thinking they might get drafted or something, so they say, well, if I keep thinking about getting drafted, maybe I will get drafted and I'll be fighting for Israel or something crazy. So the key that I want people to take away is, sometimes in order for any of these things to work, they have to give you like some truth. Some of it has to be true and some of it has to be of value. That's how cults and stuff operate. Like, they have to give you some value and stuff to get your foot in the door, to get you in the game, to get you to invest, to get you to try to go higher into the said organization. So this isn't really like a cult per se, but that will be covered a little bit farther in. But in other words, when people are vulnerable, people are vulnerable, and we do not have a society that does have a lot of abundance to a certain degree. I mean, that's debatable, but then people end up falling into this stuff because it's sort of an easy way out.
From a disease are particularly favorable, or perhaps you're just searching for answers. This idea, this law of attraction.
So in other words, you do need to have a positive mindset and an abundance mindset. And Seagrip talks about having an abundance mindset a lot, but it's different from this fantasy mindset where this is where the narcissism comes from. They're like, well, the universe revolves around you and you're the center of the universe and you're the main character syndrome. All these people here are just to like serve you and give you what you want and need. Yeah, the best way to sell a lie is wrap it in truth. What's up, Laughing Man? What's up, guys? Thanks for being here. I think this will be some valuable information.
To serve up answers in such a simple yet idealistic way.
And the truth is,
I love the body cam videos, but I don't want to just watch people get arrested all the time. I want to try to speak about something that I think is going to be valuable.
Can actually get whatever you want in life. Whatever you can see in your mind, you can hold in your hand. Whether you want to be a millionaire, whether you want to
give you 3 ways to manifest money within 24 hours.
How would you like to get your ex back? The law of attraction may be the power you need.
Exactly, Inferno, yeah.
When you're vulnerable or desperate, critical thinking is dulled, and feeling and emotion cloud your decision-making abilities.
And this is where we are as a society right now as well.
So when you're presented this secret, a secret that promises to change your life with so little effort, who could possibly fault you for wanting to believe? The bait has been set, but you have to understand.
And also, too, another thing is a lot of times I talk about on the show, for a lot of people, materialism is their God. And most of the time, they're just trying to manifest material items, a house, a car, things like that. You know, love in a relationship, I'm not going to say is materialism, but oftentimes that's usually kind of what they want.
The law of attraction is only one branch of a bigger belief system. To understand the problems with the ideas Rhonda presented, you have to examine the roots of where it all began. From here, you can trace the same patterns and the influence it's having over the gurus we see today. The New Thought movement was centered around a few key ideas.
Which also means kind of
everything
New
in
Age.
existence are essentially God, or at least we all have some level of divinity within us. Positive thinking has the power to carry forth manifestations into the material world. New Thought's supposed origins travel back to a
Again, a lot of times it's like it will have some truth in it.
man named Phineas Parkhurst Quimby, an American clockmaker born in 1802. Quimby became interested in the idea of using the mind as a way of curing people from illness and disease, after he himself had supposedly recovered from tuberculosis through his own healing methods. His philosophy became the basis for New Thought. Quimby's teachings inspired many other authors and so-called philosophers to
That's what I'm
continue
trying to
spreading
point
and
out here. It's
expanding on his
easy
message
to
and the
fall into
overall
this.
New Thought movement. In those years, New Thought focused on our mind's ability to heal us from illness and disease. It emphasized intuition, feeling, and anecdotal evidence rather than empirical science-based evidence. It wasn't, however, until the 20th century where the New Thought movement
A lot of people have read these books too. I think I've read that one.
extrapolated this into wealth creation. The ideology is perfect. If our thoughts had the power to quite literally change the material world, surely they could
And by the way, they might, but it just doesn't mean if you just start thinking about a giant wad of cash that it just shows up. That'd be
manifest
nice.
wealth too. Then, a man named Napoleon Hill came right out of the blue with his first book.
Now, this is going to be sort of interesting about Napoleon Hill.
The Law of Success, and a decade later, his best-selling book, Think
It's stuff
and
that I
Grow
didn't
Rich.
know about him myself.
Up to this point, it's nigh impossible to tell what the intentions of most New Thought authors were. The ideas they presented in their works were logically flawed in many areas, some of which I have already discussed in the first installment of this series, others of which we will get into soon. But it's when we get to figures like Napoleon Hill that the lines between good intentions and con artistry are blurred. Because Hill had an immense influence over many of the New Thought law of attraction gurus that have come since, having had his works promoted and circulated in countless
You're
business
going to see a ton of these guys are literal frauds.
and self-help circles. I promise you, if you yourself haven't heard of this book, you know someone who has. But my question to you now is, how much do you...
And we've all heard of like Think and Grow Rich. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. And it will have a couple good things in it, but the underlying fundamentals will be bullshit.
really know about Napoleon Hill? Because if we take a dive into Hill's past, we notice that the reputation he's acquired amongst the New Thought movement is not at all what it seems. On the contrary, his true narrative is one of failed businesses, fraud, and grossly exaggerated achievements.
And this is something I had no idea about.
Think and Grow Rich echoes much of the New Thought sentiment, especially when it comes to the pursuit of riches, highlighting how our thoughts and our desires can be transmuted into their financial equivalent. Hill even goes as far as to use examples in which thoughts have been able to cure deafness, including his own sons. This is a book that Napoleon claims he was tasked with creating after meeting one of the richest men in the world at the time, Andrew Carnegie, whereby Carnegie tasked him to interview some of the most successful...
Now, Andrew Carnegie, I don't know what they're really going to say about him, but I do think Andrew Carnegie is legit, and we'll talk about him for a little bit. So Andrew Carnegie basically made his money in the steel business. And he started off, I think, when he was like 12 or 13, like on like a railroad crew, and started really, he didn't go to school, and he ended up really learning the business and becoming, I think they call him like the steel magnate. To this day, there's many libraries, bridges, museums, charity foundations, a whole bunch of stuff. It's a guy who actually gave back to the community. I want you to think, does Bill Gates or any of these other people that we talk about, they don't give back to the community. They're not like building a bridge or building a library or building a museum, anything like that. They don't do anything like that. Andrew Carnegie had so much money that it was like probably for his time, like double what Bezos had. He was just a wealth monster. But he did it by creating value. I don't think that he was some nefarious type per se. He also created a company that became the initial blueprint for Social Security. I'm assuming he's talking about Andrew Carnegie. So Andrew Carnegie is legit, and you'll see that they're going to use his reputation to try to give legitimacy to Napoleon Hill. And I know you guys have all heard of Think and Grow Rich and stuff like that. You just maybe don't remember it, but I know you have.
Men in business and learn the secrets to their success. But go a little further down that rabbit hole and you'll realize Hill may not be the person he is so commonly portrayed as by his fans or his own works. In 1907, 30 years before the release of Think and Grow Rich, Hill co-founded the Acre Hill Lumber Company in Mobile, Alabama. Only a year later, the Pensacola Journal reported that the company was liable to bankruptcy proceedings and charges of mail fraud. It turns out that Hill had bought lumber from outside of Mobile on credit before selling the lumber at a much lower price in cash. Eventually, creditors and other businesses were catching wind of the fraud.
So he has a scamming mentality and mindset.
And in September of 1908, Hill was on the run from authorities. It was around this time that Napoleon Hill claimed he spoke with Andrew Carnegie. But according to Andrew Carnegie's biographer, there was, quote, no evidence of any sort that Carnegie and Hill ever met. In 1909, Hill initiated the Automobile College of Washington, a college that promised students to teach them how to build, chauffeur, and sell motor cars. Only it turns out this college was just a way of getting free labor for building cars and then selling them. The Motor World magazine in April 1912 called Hill's College a scam and a, quote, joke to anyone of average intelligence, listing the many insane claims that Hill's College had been making, along with its scheme of paying students $3 a head per any.
So this is important. Paying $3 a head for every student. $3 was a lot back then, and all you had to do was get someone to join and say, like, hey, you know, I want to, you know, cars are going to be the future. It's a great thing to know how to work on them, drive them, build them. You know what I mean? That's a very good thing. So they try to get you in some value, but that's the formula too. Any of these organizations, cults, multi-marketing things, they want you to join. They give you an incentive to have others join. That's just part of the DNA of how they work. That's why I wanted to point it out.
Other student they had recruited into the college, much akin
which
to
isn't necessarily inherently bad per se.
Multi-level marketing scheme we might see today. The college eventually folded in 1912. But Hill wasn't finished trying to make a name for himself. And in 1915, he established a school called the George Washington Institute of Advertising.
And notice the pattern, how he's using, you know, George Washington. Andrew Carnegie gave me permission to do this. Taking the credit from others. He's a rat. He's probably a small hat.
Intending to teach the principles of success and self-confidence. Only 3 years later, 2 warrants had been issued for the arrest of Hill with charges of violating blue sky laws. You see, Hill established the college with a $100,000 capitalization and attempted to sell the shares to investors, primarily his own students, despite the school's assets being worth at best.
Yeah, this is a really good book. I don't know if Napoleon Hill was the author of Outwitting the Devil. This is a really good book. So I'm not saying Napoleon Hill was fully bad in everything he did. That's kind of the point of what I'm trying to say here, is the way these concepts operate is they have to give you some really good information, but then underneath that information is can, you know, be just a complete lie or something. So I'm not really going to attack Napoleon Hill really that much. But this is just saying this is kind of the origination of new thought, which started to become like an alternative to religion in a way, an offshoot, alternative ways of thinking. Yeah. Outwitting the Devil is a really awesome book. It's free on YouTube. It's really good.
$1,200. The school ended not long afterwards, and this only scratches the surface of the other swindles Hill had been involved in. Of course, I understand what the common rebuke here would be. Napoleon Hill's book actually has value, and I myself have taken value from that book. Why should I care if the man himself had a fraudulent past? But that's the point, isn't it? If you were a grifter, then for the grift to work, you must be able to provide some crumb of truth. The strategy is simple yet so.
And another thing, you know, I talk about Gnosticism a fair amount. That's also how that works as well, too. Like, you know, this is how religions work as well. They give you, you know, what's some truth, but, you know, if you're not getting the whole truth, it's kind of like almost corrupting you even more.
Effective. Gain the trust of your victim by preaching some level of truth, then subtly attach more extreme ideas to that.
And the reason I want to bring this up, this is how propaganda works as well, which you're going to be seeing a lot more of. So, for example, that hantavirus or whatever it is, there's going to be some things that are true about it, but then they're going to inflate it and use it to what they want. You know what I mean? Just like with COVID-19, like it can actually damage you and stuff like that. It is actually no joke, but it's also not, you know, as bad as that they're saying. So like this is how these things kind of operate.
That truth until the victim can no longer recognize the difference. New Thought does this constantly. Positive thinking is no longer just a tool solely for better day-to-day well-being. It becomes a powerful force that can literally manifest material results. Health and disease, according to New Thought, can be cured simply through the power of our
And there might be some truth to that, but it's not fully the truth.
minds. Consider this. How many people have read and engrossed
And I've gotten some good things from this book.
themselves in the teachings of Napoleon Hill? Hundreds, if not millions of individuals? But how many of them truly managed to achieve the financial success that they initially visualized on being tasked to do so when reading the book? Most, I'd wager, have likely not. Why is that? Because financial success can't possibly be reduced down to your thinking or your ability to visualize wealth, even taking action, which Hill admittedly
can be reduced down to thinking and strategic thinking and taking action, but not just straight up just thinking about it.
does promote in his book is no guarantee for financial success. Action increases probabilities, but for this to be a law, it must work every time. And yet, New Thought is fundamentally unfalsifiable. We can't measure thoughts and feelings, nor the supposed vibrations thoughts and feelings have. And that's just the thing. See? The best grift is the one that leaves the grifter blameless. Anyone right now can write a book or sell a program on the law.
And this is what I might start doing.
Of attraction. They can run ads targeting vulnerable consumers, and best of all, if their teachings don't work, the blame never falls on them. It's always your fault.
Look at how it's mostly women. This is what I'm saying, guys. Women eat this stuff up. There's like one guy here, one guy, two guys, three guys. But women eat this stuff up because they're delusional enough to think like, oh my God, everything does revolve around me and I just deserve to have like a golden car, or I don't know what they want. Something that's just unrealistic and selfish. A lot of these are also built on the foundational thing that I want something for nothing. I don't want to provide any value. I just want to get things. And this mentality is all over our society. It's also what they're trying to do with Bitcoin and crypto and everything in a certain way.
You didn't believe enough. You weren't thinking positive enough. You had resistance.
With
you weren't patient
cryptocurrencies.
enough. Now, the price of a book doesn't seem daunting. If you only spend a few dollars and glean some value from it, then it seems rather harmless and possibly worth the money. But how would you feel if the price of said book was a figure much higher than just a few dollars? How would you feel about someone promoting a secret or guarantee of success for much larger amounts
Like in the early 2000s, this chick was killing it doing this.
of money? Napoleon Hill's book has been an inspiration to many as the New Thought movement continues to grow, inspiring much of the self-help industry we're consumed by today, two of which went by the names of Jerry and Esther Hicks.
We'd like to ask Abraham to come and speak to us.
Okay, it just takes a few seconds.
You'll
I'll
see.
move on.
See, this channeling stuff, it's always nonsense or it's always bad. There's even another guy who does this called Bashar or something like that, saying like he's an alien, so he can tell you how like everything works as some type of higher intelligence. This is grifting, guys, and this works. This is happening all the time right now. If you go on TikTok or other things, people will be selling courses trying to do all this. They're going to say, oh, I'm channeling stuff. I'm remote viewing things.
It is nice to have an opportunity to visit.
And these people buy this. She's lying her tits off.
Esther Hicks claims that she can channel an entity, or rather a group of entities known as Abraham Hicks, charging...
Why did they pick Abraham? Or in my opinion, why did they pick Abraham? Because of like Abrahamic religions. Like these people are very crafty, so they are actually kind of good at sales in a sense. I do got to give them that. They are actually pretty charismatic and good at sales, but they're selling lies, and this is happening, you know, all the time.
Hundreds of dollars for their seminars and workshops.
Good morning.
It's actually pretty evil because the people who are going to these things want to improve themselves too. You know, they want to try to better themselves, generally speaking. These are, see, all women, sheep. There's, you know, a couple guys in there.
Members of the audience are invited forward to pose a question to Esther, or more specifically,
she is cooked.
The Abraham entity she is supposedly channeling.
Hi, it's nice to see you again. Thank you again. And thank you to Esther.
Whilst Jerry sits at the side somewhere taking notes, perhaps for their next book.
Yeah, always
in this
be grifting.
book that is coming, there are 33 examples of all kinds of things that might happen in someone's life. And each of these examples...
Both Esther and Jerry have authored countless books promoting...
Yeah, but Steve, she did become a god to these people in a way. She actually really did. There's all these books here. Like they were making a killing going around the country doing these seminars, and you know, let's say it's the year, I don't know, 2002, and you're selling like $350 per ticket. Like they actually were killing it doing this. So they were grifting hard.
Teachings of this Abraham.
But I'm saying this isn't going away. They're just repackaging it into new stuff too. The power of grifting is immense. Even Trump grifts. Everybody grifts. We actually live in a grifting and scam economy. You know, look at, you know, Trump grifts saying, oh, we're not going to get any more wars, and we're going to, you know, I don't know, make healthcare cheaper and stuff like that. They don't. There's so much grifting going on all the time. That's why I want you to learn some of these key things to spotting a grift.
Entity, which are structured like a conversation between Jerry and Abraham, with the latter giving answers to life's most asked questions. Esther goes as far as claiming on her site that this is the original source material for the current law of attraction. In fact, many in the law of attraction community suggest that Rhonda Byrne's film, The Secret, was just a watered-down version of Hicks's teachings. And it's precisely because of Esther's reputation as the most authentic one out of the two that I think it's worth discussing her. Because upon closer inspection, we see that much of Hicks's teachings are exactly what we've come to understand from New Thought. I don't actually have to know whether or not Esther really is channeling an entity for me to be extremely skeptical of her work. The contradictions and problematic teachings speak far more to her legitimacy than any claim.
And why is this also important? This is how religions get made. What did Joseph Smith do? Joseph Smith was grifting. Hey, I found these emerald tablets, but only I can interpret them and tell you. Only me. Only I can translate them. That's for Mormonism. You know, there's many things that are like this where the translator holds the power, basically.
Of channeling. In Esther's book, the law of attraction. One such problematic teaching centers around the idea that a victim of a robbery is a co-creator of the violence inflicted upon them. Jerry states, "I can understand robbers being attracted to those they're robbing, but it's difficult to see innocent victims attracting the robbery, or the person being discriminated against attracting the prejudice." Hicks responds, "They are just the same. The assaulted and the assaulter are co-creators of the event." If you think Hicks's response here is a one-off, you'd be mistaken. She emphasizes this point numerous times. Take a moment to truly consider the level of victim blaming.
Well, it's victim blaming, but also too, like, this is where they get some truth in. So like, if you might get robbed if you're walking down an alley at 3 a.m. and there's 8 nug-nugs around you and you didn't protect yourself, and you have gold chains all over you and you didn't, so there are some things where there's personal responsibility that's involved, but doesn't mean you like attracted it. Basically, it's actually dangerous, because I used to sit and think about this stuff a lot, thinking that these people actually were like had a point, but it's actually just bullshit.
And lack of accountability that such a position would lead to. Or instead of a robbery, imagine a child born into poverty who starves to death before the age of 5. According to Hicks's teachings, these children were co-creators of their fate. And this isn't a belief shared just by Hicks alone. This is a fundamental premise in all of New Thought. By this logic, we can say that the perpetrators of countless crimes shouldn't be held accountable. After all, they are just the product of their victims' vibrational frequency. Any rational person can see the danger of this thinking. But as we've come to learn...
And who thinks this way? Liberals. Liberals think this way about criminals. Just kind of without knowing it.
For the preacher of such ideas, this logic is perfect. Because all who complain that they haven't been able to manifest health, wealth, abundance, or whatever dream we've sold them on, we can tell these people that it isn't the fault of our belief system that they didn't get what they wanted. It is in fact their fault. And as we peddle more of our workshops, write more of our books, we have an excuse each and every time someone attempts to challenge our ideas.
You seen this chick before, Teal Swan? That's what I'm saying. There's other more modern people doing the same grifts, acting like they know stuff, so they can say, a couple true things, but ultimately they're just grifting, and they're making a lot of money, and they actually wield a significant amount of power.
So what we notice as we look into the medical profession today, we see doctors and scientists literally scaring people to death with their pronouncements of diseases that are incurable, when we know that there is not any disease that is incurable. You can get to where you want to be from.
So this is where it's dangerous, because part of it, what she's saying, has an actual point. Doctors and stuff can scare you and exacerbate a disease and make you more of a hypochondriac and make it worse. And you don't really want to take on the mindset that no disease is incurable. But she's just saying that no disease. You see what I'm saying? It's actually very dangerous.
Wherever you are, if you will point in the direction that you want to go and continue to move in that direction.
Esther Hicks, as we've already discovered with others in the New Thought movement, makes the claim that our thoughts and feelings, or our vibrational frequencies, can cure us of any disease. It seems odd then, or rather hypocritical, that her husband Jerry himself passed away from cancer in 2011. But this hypocrisy is something we'll see more of as we continue. Now, you might ask, why bother adding all the metaphysical and pseudoscientific ideas in the first place? If Esther and Jerry were truly trying to con people or just make a ton of money, wouldn't it have appealed to a bigger market if she simply passed herself off as a life coach, rather than turning potential customers off of her works by claiming that she could channel another entity? I, however, disagree. It's my opinion that the addition of spirituality and channeling...
This is the modern woman right here doing this witchcraft nonsense.
is actually an incredibly clever marketing device, because now life advice turns into...
How many times have we seen life coaches and stuff like that? Yeah. A lot of these people who took the shot, they have a freaking like spaghetti string in their arteries. They're cooked.
To the teachings of Abraham. And if one wants to hear the teachings of Abraham, they must go to the source. They must go to the person who is claiming to channel this divine entity. This creates scarcity around him.
But this is just also like being a preacher or something too.
Hicks' business of answering humanity's burning questions. And the scarcer the product, the more valuable it becomes. So when you're given an eye-watering price tag, no one bats an eyelid.
See all the money they were getting? Thousands of dollars for tickets and stuff like that. And to watch a TV screen of them speaking, and these people will go to this.
It is my opinion that New Thought's use of spirituality and pseudoscience serves this exact purpose, allowing your teachings to seem more valuable in the marketplace. It is my opinion that the use of an Abraham entity is more of a marketing device than anything else, conceived from the foundation of Jerry Hicks's past career as a high-level distributor for the multi-level marketing company Amway. A company that preached ideas like the law of attraction and books like Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, because they recognized that in order to keep members inside the MLM scheme, they had to blame themselves if they didn't achieve the goals the MLM promised. Either way, none of this stopped Oprah from inviting Esther for an interview years later, just as she had done with Rhonda Byrne.
And that for over 20 years, Esther Hicks and her husband Jerry have been spreading the word of that so-called secret.
It didn't stop the Abraham Hicks money-making machine from running as usual. The Secret, just like Esther and Jerry's works, were repackaged ideas from the same root, New Thought. It was perfect, to promise you health, wealth, love, and abundance all in one go, to package it all under an umbrella of spirituality.
That once you discover the secret, that you can immediately start creating the life you want, whether it's getting out of debt, whether it's finding a more fulfilling job, even falling in love.
Rhonda's film earned her millions, and it gave an incredible boost to the careers of the supposed teachers it featured, allowing them to branch away from the franchise to run their own coaching businesses and cash in on spiritual retreats. But I remind you, New Thought is a belief system perfectly designed for grifters who don't care for the desperately ill, poor, and helpless who line their pockets, leading them to push incredibly dangerous ideas onto their victims.
So I thought, what if I just visualize checks coming in the mail?
So this is where the delusion kicks in. So I kind of more wanted it to get to this part. But people are doing this right now. A lot of people are actually really trying to do stuff like this and sell this stuff to you, which I might be doing.
Visualize a bunch of checks coming in the mail within just...
In fact, if you donate to my Cash App, Snowboard Joe 98, checks will just start coming in the mail to you. I'm going to channel like Archangel Michael and stuff, and I'm just going to start giving you money. So you should definitely just start doing. In fact, you should actually like tithe 10% of your income every 2 weeks.
1 month, things started to change. And it's amazing. Today, I just get checks in the mail. I get a few bills, but I get more checks than bills.
But now serious questions have been raised about his business dealings. In this exclusive investigation,
They all ended up being frauds.
Ben Fordham has found investors left high and dry and demanding justice.
A former student of Shermer's who spent $30,000 to learn about the stock market.
Part of the funds were supposed to be put into a trading fund, and David would then trade those funds on the futures stock market.
What happened to that fund?
Well, we don't know.
It's their money. They paid you the tuition fees.
It's not their money.
And you told them that you would take $5,000 out of each person's tuition and trade it on the market, and they would receive 50% of the profits. They never received any profits. Where's the money?
That money, and come back to the original question.
Where is the money? Please answer the question.
the money. And as someone asked me recently the same question.
Is the money, David?
Well, I've actually
Please answer the question.
Well, Red Door Woman, a lot of, I really kind of think it's more women who fall for it because they just want something magically to show up for them. So I think a lot of women are actually susceptible to this stuff. They're making money on it now. And maybe we'll point out some other, modern ones. You got to remember too, people aren't believing, people don't really believe in anything, really. So they don't have any, they don't believe in a religion or that much. So it's very easy for these things to come along.
Where is the money?
Where is the money? You tell me.
But part of it too, also, why I want to bring this up, we live in a scam economy. Crypto, NFTs, selling you courses, just lying to you, subscription services. We live in basically a scam economy right now already. This is just, this is more of a scam of information and stuff like that. Yeah, they want to fill a void. They're hollow. They're on antidepressants. They're on all this stuff, and they think, well, if I have this money or I have this power to attract things and whatnot, then I can get whatever I want. And they usually want it from material items. They're running Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes. It's happening all the time. They just are repackaging it. That's why they're showing the Napoleon Hill one, because they're just like repackaging it again, rebranding. But we live in like a scam economy. Look at Logan Paul or whatever his name is, selling these Pokemon cards and stuff like that, selling fake courses and everything, and they're killing it. So we live in basically like a scam economy. Yep. Yeah. We gotta and who is the biggest scammers of them all? The small hats, because they're giving you printed money that you then pay interest on and stuff. So like we're being scammed all the time.
Most people look at their current state of affairs and they say, this is who I am. That's not who you are. That's who you were. And so you must continually invest in yourself. You've got to grow in every single way.
And that's right.
Money is nothing more than the amount of energy, paper.
And that is even, paper energy, printed money. It's not based on gold or real value anymore.
Energy.
So it even goes beyond what he's saying. But it's sinister because
in your pocket.
They're going to have this guy's lying to you, but he's not even saying like, no, wait a minute. The money is actually bullshit because it's printed money. Like we sweat and break our back for printed money.
Purse.
Hey, what's the problem? 2 people not breathing. No pulse. Yes.
Police are focusing their investigation on James Arthur Ray, the motivational speaker and self-help guru who ran the 5-day retreat. Over 60 people were in the sweat lodge for 2 hours as the culmination of Ray's spiritual warrior retreat. It was pitch black inside and extremely hot. When it was over.
And if I type in spiritual warrior on like Google right now, it's going to be like 50 of them that come up. So other people are just repackaging these scam framework, the DNA of these scams. And it will probably keep going on a long time.
But we're dead.
Kirby's life ended while she was trying to improve it. That's when she found self-help.
She was a live, laugh, love 304.
Guru James Arthur Ray.
And I can help you. I really can.
The motivational speaker had already built a...
How many times have you heard that term quantum leap? I'm quantum leaping. We're changing timelines. We're going to like 5D reality. It's garbage. Look at that. It's a freaking like lizard eye. Look at this. Hang on a second. Look at that. Look at this. It's like a lizard's eye.
It was pitch black inside and extremely hot. When it was over, 2 people were dead.
Kirby's life ended while she was trying to improve it. That's when she found self-help guru James Arthur Ray.
And I can help you. I really can.
The motivational speaker had already built a
It's like a lizard's eye. Look at this. Look at that.
multi-million-dollar business. Launched by the popular movie The Secret, she reached one of the highest level workshops, a retreat, which cost her her life savings, $10,000.
Do find the defendant, James Arthur Ray, on the offense of negligent homicide as a result of the death of Kirby Brown.
Looks like he attracted that, right? Did he manifest this, guys?
As follows: guilty.
Only 2 years and 2 people died.
On November 23rd, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I truly believed in my heart, with my strong faith, that I was already healed. I saw myself as if...
So part of this part of this is bad because in some things in life, you do need to act as if. In sales and things, you need to act as if. You need to fake it before you make it for a lot of things. But you can't. It doesn't work with everything. That's where the deception comes in, and a lot of people have messed up their lies. Yeah. Red Door, it says taking Native American teachings and capitalizing on it. Those sweat lodges are being done by all kinds of groups. Yeah. Red Door has came on this show before. Actually, the one that got banned. Or not banned, but taken down. And she talked about how there was someone trying to teach her she's Native American, was trying to teach her teachings that was called like Sun Bear or something like that. And he was bringing people into sweat lodges, charging like $350 or something, like in the 90s, which was a lot of money then. And she told him that, hey, you're misrepresenting this, and like, the gods or the ancestors are going to be pissed. You should just stop doing this. And and then she laughed at him, and he actually got cancer and died like a few months later. You can still donate to @Jojo Bear, because I actually know the real shit here. So the ancestors are saying that you should actually donate to me instead.
If cancer was never in my body. From the time I was diagnosed, which was November 23rd, to the time I was healed totally, was approximately 3 months. And that's without radiation and chemotherapy.
Yeah, all this stuff is deceiving. Like I've read some of these books and seen all this. So I'm saying I got taken too, to a degree. So don't, I'm trying to save someone else the time of not buying into it. But you got to be able to spot these patterns, because there's going to be other gurus and stuff that come on. Like after this, I'll put up a couple other ones who are just doing the same grift. Like, remember that Ty Lopez guy? He was doing this. This works. This is one of the biggest offenders. So he's from Canada. He really sucks.
If it's money you need, you'll attract.
And it's not just from this one thing, The Secret. Like, this guy probably has a dozen books and programs all about this nonsense.
If it's people you need, you'll attract. If it's a certain book you need, you'll attract.
Yeah, Ty
Bob
Lopez
Proctor
is another example.
is a preacher of the law of attraction, appearing numerous times during Rhonda Byrne's film. But perhaps you may not know, Bob Proctor had also been a big promoter of the multi-level marketing company Vemma, a company that specifically targeted universities, aiming to find teenagers and young adults who are filled with dreams of wealth and fame.
Here you create your own income. You can be 16 and make as much money as you want. You can be 85 and make as much money as you want. Why would you let somebody else tell you how much money you're worth? That doesn't make sense to me.
Bob Proctor made several appearances at their events, as his books were promoted amongst Vemma's young distributors.
In fact, I introduced my own wife to the company, and she earns tens of thousands of dollars now.
Now, I recommended that she join a company called Vemma, and I recommended it because I know the man that owns the company.
And there's a company I'm working with, Vemma, and I'm working with their people worldwide.
Because I'm going to tell you, this is one of the best opportunities for time and money freedom that you're ever going to find. The opportunity that you're looking at here with Vima will give you that.
Look, it's called Matrix. That's kind of funny. So let's look at the symbolism here. You got Matrix, literally a pyramid scheme. Look at this. It's a pyramid, all-seeing eye symbol here. The symbolism is very powerful. Procter Gallagher Institute, some fake bullshit institute.
And Charles is going to explain an idea about Vima, about what a phenomenal product it is, but what a phenomenal compensation plan.
Now, I've got a reputation that is worldwide. I wouldn't do anything to stain or do hurt my reputation.
In 2015, the company was shut down for essentially being a pyramid scheme. Alex Morton, one of the figureheads for Vima, later went on to promoting a similar multi-level marketing scheme.
See, this is the archetype. Perfect. Rented house in Miami, something like that, telling you how easy it is, how we just know some trick. Oh, it can just be easy for you. I can help you make all this money. It's just easy. You don't need, none of these people ever say provide value or do service of any sort ever.
My name is Alex Morton, and I'm the Executive Vice President of iMarkets Live.
Now, who else do you think promotes iMarkets Live, attending and speaking at their conferences?
Mr. Bob Proctor.
I believe that's the goal of all thinking people that join the IM Academy. There's such a phenomenal opportunity here.
But of course, this is no issue to Bob Proctor, as he can continue promoting these schemes whilst charging for his own self-help courses and programs.
So it's dangerous because people get into these things thinking they're going to improve their life. It comes from a good intention. That's what's bad about it. So it comes from a good place, but it's really deceptive. But yeah, Ty Lopez is a really bad grifter.
You are all, and I am, God.
Same with the Pauls, Logan Paul and stuff like that. Logan Paul is grifting, guys. They made their money like selling like Pokemon cards and scamming people, having Mike Tyson fake a fight, a bunch of stuff like that. We live in a scam economy. Things like pump and dump crypto schemes, that GameStop Robinhood thing. There's a bunch of stuff like that.
Highest form of creation. No one can guess what you and I are capable of.
There was also a girl that said that she created some type of new like blood testing thing that was all a scam too.
For all of you wondering, the simplest way to sum up the law of attraction:
get rich using.
See how there's hundreds of these people.
The law of attraction.
This guy is a creep diddler. Wow, look at this. And here's the other new age symbolism. Here's this Egyptian dog, the amethyst crystal, the Buddha thing, the piece of shit salt lamp, some India elephant thing. They want you to think, these crystal balls, this is rose quartz, this is some other one. They always want you to get this image of that. And look at this. It's on a freaking made 2x4 bookshelf. Oh my God.
Action on the 17-second.
Yeah, this guy is a big popular one too. And chicks love this.
Manifestation.
You expand your awareness.
Favorite law of attraction and manifesting hacks.
So it's just one payment of $399 or 3 installments of $149.
How to manifest a text from a specific.
See, they almost all have the same thing here. The salt lamp, the amethyst crystal, one candle, some type of triangle, sacred geometry looking shape.
Specific person
and how to manifest your significant other.
Manifesting health for the people in our lives.
You want to manifest anything you want into your life.
Be
ask for a video on how to manifest someone.
Attract your twin flame.
Money, scarcity.
She's one of the biggest ones. Forget her name, but she thinks she does a lot of channeling and remote viewing and stuff. Again, here we have the sacred geometry, the circle with the all these triangles basically make, I think this is this will have small hat star and stuff in there.
Manifestation, law of attraction.
To some, it'll be nothing but a passing fad. And to others, in a more vulnerable and desperate situation,
see this thing here too. This is also dangerous. About how he's writing down this affirmation.
Lifeline, a ticket to escaping
Your twin flame. Money scarcity, manifestation, law of attraction.
To some, it'll be nothing but a passing fad. And to others, in a more...
So this is where it's also dangerous, saying, I am losing weight. These are actually good things to say, to give affirmations to your subconscious mind and build yourself up and all that. So you then believe it, and that makes it real, but doesn't really attract it per se. So that's where it's also dangerous.
Vulnerable and desperate situation, it'll be their last perceived.
This is also the same thing. These frequencies clear all, these Rife machines. It's like, oh, well, this is going to like clear your DNA of stuff. And like, this is the vibration of money and things like that.
Lifeline, a ticket to escaping debt, a ticket to repairing relationships, a ticket to curing themselves of a disease. And
anything but facing reality.
We'll see the same pattern repeat itself again and again of those searching for miracles and those selling them.
Because I know I was absolutely broken. It's the only way I can put it into words. I was broken because of my experience.
How much money did you lose in your experience?
All in all, the guts of 10,000
And she's ripe to be a cult member, and she basically almost was.
pounds. I know, it's sick.
And as a single parent, that's got to be devastating.
Devastating is a bit of an understatement.
What is the law of attraction or new thought when you realize that positive thinking, visualizations, meditation, affirmations are all tools that exist separately from this belief system? When we strip away all these tools from new thought, then perhaps you'll see it in a truer light. An unhealthy glorification of positivity with a lack of care for real science, opting instead for anecdotes and unfalsifiable claims. Of course, science isn't able to explain everything yet. The problem of consciousness is a real one. But when I look at New Thought or New Age spirituality in general, it doesn't seem truly interested in these ideas. It instead uses spirituality to promote great dreams and a feel-good message that dumbs down complicated issues like obtaining wealth or disease into metaphysical pseudoscientific concepts. It uses spirituality to avoid harsher realities about the world at large. It is guilty of the just world fallacy, assuming that positive actions will lead to positive consequences, completely ignoring the fact that sometimes those who are optimistic and positive all their lives can be run down and taken advantage of, whilst other individuals who are morally bankrupt advance successfully in their careers with no repercussions. It's easy to fall into New Thought's overly optimistic and naive painting of reality. I know this because I myself have done so. In a video on this very channel, I promoted the works of Eckhart Tolle, and although Tolle's
who also went to Epstein's Island
books steer more towards Eastern and Taoist philosophy, I didn't realize that what I was promoting was still a gateway into New Thought.
And I've read these books too.
My message here,
or I've read that one,
is not that you should abandon your goals, visions, or dreams.
So I think you guys kind of get a feel of what I'm trying to demonstrate here, because I want you just to look out for those grifts, those grifters, and the DNA of those grifts, which is a lot of they won't be involved in any of that. Exactly, Liberty. Yeah. So we can, I think I made the point that I wanted to make with that. We'll finish this police video, then I'm going to continue on a topic in a similar vein. This is the one we were watching before.
While the officer runs their IDs, let's review why we're here. Police in Villa Park, Illinois were monitoring reports of a U-Haul truck involved in several retail thefts in nearby towns. Officers observed 2 adults and 1 juvenile exit that same vehicle at a Walmart parking lot. They loaded a shopping cart with 2 empty microwave packages and entered into the store. The same individuals were then seen in the microwave aisle, where they apparently switched their empty boxes for brand new packaged merchandise. But police were still
Again, guys, don't use a microwave. Use a toaster oven. Don't microwave your food.
watching. They were still watching when the adults approached the returns desk and received a cash refund. Villa Park PD intercepted them upon leaving the Walmart when we began the video. But I wonder how that identity check is going. Seems like it's bad news for the female. What a shock.
Oh, the shekel.
All right, Deja, I believe this is not her name. I believe they're lying. So either A, I give you the correct name, or B, I'm going to take you, detain you, bring you to the PD, do your fingerprints, and then I'll find out who you are. If you've already obstructed, you did anything with her name that? No. Let her say you know what's going to happen there.
I'm doing anything before you.
Your seatbelt's not on. It was? No, it wasn't. It's literally buckled behind you. I don't appreciate lying. So your final offer, your name is Deja Collins.
Yes.
Okay. So right now you're being detained. You open the door for me.
So I have to go to.
Open the door now.
I have to go to information.
There's one station. Open the door.
I'm trying to figure out why.
You constantly restriction right now for lying about your name.
Why?
So open the door.
I don't know what.
Open the door.
He's telling me, okay, you're afraid this is my necking, so I don't understand.
Open the door, Goose.
I don't understand what I'm doing.
I'm asking her to open the door.
What you're calling me out is a secret?
You can open the door now. Over obstruction, correct.
Obstruction because of what you think.
No, you have a purse. Allegedly, nothing's in there with your name on it, with the name of Deja Collins.
I did show all of my business. I don't have.
Is that to me?
I don't understand. Like, I'm just leaving out the deal.
So you have nothing with your name?
No, I don't.
Can I see your left arm, please? Can I see your left arm, please? You really want to do this?
I've already said you're detained and not free to leave.
I'm fine.
All right, now you're under arrest.
Why are you touching me? I'm not. Well, I'm not doing anything. What is the problem? Oh,
Do not do that.
getting my base, sir.
I'll put her tape in the block, I believe. I'm not tripping, you're lying. I know exactly well.
Who am I? Who am I?
I said that. All right, my video was going. Don't worry.
I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm detained because he knows exactly who I am. So I love you guys, okay? I mean, why am I doing, like, what is all of this about?
I believe you're lying about who you are. There's no proof of who you are. There's no record about who you are.
There's no record. Right. My name is Deja
I'm not going
Collins.
to search you. I'm going to check your clock.
Okay. And who am I?
Exactly.
You're also
Exactly. Okay.
My foot is no.
My camera's on? Oh, they are. Is that good?
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Sorry. You're nicer than I am.
All right, so before we leave today, we're going to figure out how you get her home. But then how old is she? What's going on? She's detained. Here's her vape. She wanted you to have it.
Hi.
Hello.
Should we try one more time?
For what?
What's your first name?
If you know who I
Do you
am.
really want to catch another charge?
I really don't, but I mean, I don't understand. What is all of this for? What is all of this for?
Looks like she's having fun.
All right.
So what's your first name?
What do you have?
What's your first name?
What do you have?
You have to give me your first name.
What do you have?
Do you really want to catch another charge?
You said you were going to give it to me, so if that's what you feel, then you're going to do your
So far, we're at one count. We can get more counts, though. And DuPage County will love that. What's your first name?
What do you have?
So you really want to play though?
I don't want to play.
So what's your first name? Why lie? You're
Lie
already
about
here.
what?
Why not just handle the shit that you gotta handle and not catch anything else?
Well, I mean, that'll be fine, but I'm literally just leaving Walmart and you guys are pulling us over.
You didn't have seatbelts on. You didn't use your turn signal or anything.
He
You don't
used
give a
the
shit
turn
about anything
signal.
in Walmart. No, you didn't. I was behind
Well,
you.
I wasn't driving, so shit, I don't know.
But you didn't have your seatbelt
But
on.
weren't you just the one? I was just checking your car out. You was just driving through there with the detector, right?
See, that's I told Eric. Yeah, so
What?
why
You
lie?
told me what?
So why lie? So what's your name?
I mean, hey. Whatever you're gonna do, officer, I know what it's gonna do.
Well, here, it could be less.
Less
If
of
we
what?
just get your
Less
name.
of what? He said he lied. First of all, he lied and said that there was no record of me, right?
That's correct.
That's a lie, though.
There's no record of the name you gave.
How come it
See how difficult women are?
isn't? I can show you guys a record.
Or something.
They're gonna. At this point, it's stupid. They're just gonna fingerprint her, and she's gonna be cooked.
Oh, she something up. We'll see.
I didn't, though. He did. I didn't mess anything up.
Dad, you hear that? What's the address for the name you gave?
Calumet City.
Is it a sister?
It's me. So I don't know. Y'all gonna take me to the station regardless. So do what you gotta do. I'm just getting to my place. We in that turn to return a microwave and we're getting pulled over.
Why is it worried about the microwave they just tried to return? We didn't even know about that.
No, we're not worried about it. We're just telling y'all what's going on.
So,
What do you have?
what did she give?
She probably put some metal in the microwave and fucked it up, and now they're trying to just return to get another one.
Deja. I'm Deja.
Me too.
Man, why is it work? Wow. You know you're in DuPage, right?
Am I?
Yeah.
What the?
So why do you want to catch a charge in DuPage?
I don't. I didn't even know I was in DuPage.
So what's your first name so you don't catch a charge in DuPage? I think that's fair, right?
Bro, you just told me you're gonna charge me for a misdemeanor for not having a seatbelt on, which is irate. But like that's crazy.
I mean, really, if I wanted to be difficult, I could charge you with battery on a police officer because you whacked shit out of
I
my
didn't
hand.
ever touch you.
Did she whack out of my hand?
100%. Got on video.
So we really want, we can go
You
that route.
being petty though.
Well, you're being
But
petty.
you being petty.
Come on.
No, you being petty,
you're
and you
being
know I
petty.
didn't touch you. You know I didn't though. Like in the real world, I asked you a question. I never touched you.
He asked you about 4 times. He's a lot
He
nicer
told
than
me to step out the car. He was
Your
gonna
window
take me
would
to
have
the
been
station.
broken if it was me.
I figured. So did I raise up the window? Do I did anything?
No.
I didn't
You
though.
just fought out of my hand. So we'll go there. But so here. So why be difficult? What's your first name? Do you really want to go back to the station, fingerprint, and all that?
I mean,
Okay.
all right, I'll tell you my name. You just an asshole. That's what it is.
No.
But I want to go home with my family, bro.
So make it easy.
Like,
Any chick that says bro, just walk away.
What's your name?
I don't understand why I have to go through all of this.
So what's your name?
Victory.
Thank you. There we are. You got a couple more.
I know that. But I don't
Victory, but she's a fucking loser. Oh!
want to go away. I'm just getting my place, getting together. I don't want to have to deal with this right now.
Okay, so what's your last name?
You know it already. If I just told you my first name, you know my last
Spell
name.
it for me for record.
Oh, SWANIGA.
Okay.
But you can't tell me that I lied about I didn't have the information correct. I know I had it correct. You just bullshitted me.
Who is she?
My
No,
sister.
no,
No, that's my sister.
No, you had one thing wrong.
What?
Little initial.
It was Antonia.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
On her ID, it's a C.
It could have been. If you're lying, I'm telling you. But okay.
closing, sorry, Victory.
So wait, officer, tell me I just got 2 warrants. One out of Kendall and Cook, right?
Yep.
All right. But you could have waited to let me get this handled, bro.
You could have not swatted my hand.
I never touched you.
I think my body cam would show differently.
Well, let's see it. I'll fight that shit in court because I know I never touched you in a real way. You do? Well, I got a badass lawyer.
Who?
Greenberg.
I don't even know him.
Oop,
Maybe because
that
you
might
in
be pretty
DuPage.
bad.
Rick Kane out here. He's
Might be
good.
pretty good.
Out here?
Yeah, Rick Kane's real good out here.
Who? No, you probably beat Rick King
No,
before.
he's very good. I have total respect for that man.
All right.
So,
Well, you know what's
that dude's
happening.
don't lie, right?
But I'm trying to figure out how the did you get him? Have you been following us?
For a minute.
For what?
I'm good. They're good.
But what we do wrong?
Nothing.
For real.
Nothing.
So why? Because we black?
No, that's not.
I ain't even trying to do the racist thing or nothing.
No.
I really just want to know, like, did we do some shit?
No.
All right. Well, you know now.
I mean,
But can I get these off?
you're gonna do right.
But I'm not gonna do nothing.
Yeah, but unfortunately you can't. You know your sister's got a nose ring too, right? You probably should do a nose ring.
You didn't see it?
No, it's a horseshoe nose ring.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, it's like fun.
Can
to
I hit
her.
my vape, y'all?
Hang out for a second.
You better not let her hit the vape in the back of the car.
I'm talking to We'll be right here, don't worry.
Looks like Nug Nug got arrested. We'll go to I think that one's pretty much wrapped up. This one looks a little bit more funny. Oh, sorry. And I just want to show like, so this is an example of someone who will do all this new age stuff and fall into it.
Weekly message. It is May 12th. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single one of you. You can always check.
This is a lot of modern women are like this.
Your moon, rising, or Venus signs, or you can book a private reading with me through my website, which is linked in my bio on TikTok and down below in the description box on YouTube. But before we get started today, Virgo, I don't know about you guys, but I've been feeling absolutely drained this week. And I took a look at the astrology earlier, and now I know why. Okay, maybe it's Taurus season making us feel lazy. It's the Pluto in retrograde.
See, they're just vague about everything. So people who believe this follow all this new age stuff. So people are just taking advice from this person, which is just like insane, completely insane. So I just want to say that's another example of those people who end up becoming gurus like that. That's how they start out.
Come on, Mr. Lopez. I work at the town of Palm Beach. What's going on right now, and why would I be called here?
I can't go home in 48.
It's one other thing to show you here. Pause it.
Come on, Mr. Lopez.
This is like a free Masonic design. Just as a side note.
I work at the town of Palm Beach. What's going on right now, and why would I be called here?
I can't go home in 48.
Is this your husband here? May I talk with him? Yeah. Thank you. Hello, husband. I don't know if you can see me. Right now, I see you. I'm okay. What's going on exactly? She's calling you to let you know what's happening, or?
Yeah, no, she just went out and had a drink and she didn't go back home.
Okay. I'm not allowed to let her have a conversation with you while she's in my custody. So if there's anything that you want to talk to her about right now, I'd let you do that now. Okay? Okay. Here you are. Did she hit anything, or?
I think she hit a stop sign back here. The other guy's for
back over here.
Yeah.
I have her keys and her ID.
Yeah, I like the 70s kind of core music that they had.
So she did all of that?
She did all that, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think she hit one in that parking lot, but...
And she wasn't staying there, was she?
No.
It just ended up back there.
All right.
Just saying one of the stop signs back here.
Police. They're confirming right now. They're on their way.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You mind?
have the keys?
Yeah, I do.
You have the keys. They're really great. It's number one.
I'll have a chat with him. Thank you.
He's wasted.
Yeah. Talk to him. Tell him it's like real shit.
Hello, it's Officer Lopez again. So I'm at the town of Palm Beach. So there's a couple of things going on right now. She must have been intoxicated. However, the valet didn't see that she was intoxicated, gave her the keys.
That's not the valet's job.
She drove off.
The valet is not responsible for that.
And then she looped around over here by the Everglades and might have hit a stop sign.
She hit a stop sign. Wow, how ironic.
Just take a seat, dude.
I could do
No, stop. Listen, let's not make...
Why in America?
Take a seat. Take a seat.
Just calm down. We're still talking with you.
This is some wine drunk, Zanny, Zinfandel, Lexaho, Holoft, Effects Whore, Adderall, all this stuff. And maybe even a little Hozak. Oh!
Let's not make it.
Holoft, too. Maybe even Depahote.
Yeah, I know you're an American. You're not American.
Take a seat right here. What are we doing?
Ma'am.
What are you doing? Are you ready?
In the open.
You have to.
It's set up. She's gonna be detained now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in them.
All right, you're going in cuffs now because you want to act off on you.
Oh.
All right.
Thank you.
So turn around.
I will turn around very well.
All right.
Stand up. I will.
All right, we're gonna be ladylike.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
I can get all the hand by the way.
Going somewhere.
All right. Yeah. Oh, you gotta make them tight, right?
Yep. That's absolutely.
All for proud Americans. I am all about the Americans. I am,
as are we.
Donald Trump is like my best friend. It's fine, Percy.
I'm not even. You're walking ahead. You don't even have shoes on.
I know, right?
Ma'am, just stay still. Just stay still.
But you're pretty.
You're on.
Thank you.
Listen, you're on camera. Just remind yourself.
God, I am.
Just remind yourself that anything that you say, anything that you're doing, is going to be used against you.
Donald Trump's coming. Remember, in Palm Beach and stuff, they love Trump like this.
And
I don't care.
Yeah, well, that sucks. I mean, it sucks that you don't care. I really hope that you eventually come.
So, ma'am, we're going to the gala. And when we go to the gala, and I'm doing it for the president.
Ma'am, so right before this interaction, when I walked up, what the heck happened? What happened? Okay. So for some reason,
Get the hair out of my hair. Get the hair out of my hair.
I will help you. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yeah.
Here's your pad.
Thank
Do you have anything on your person right now? But just throw it in the back of the car because she's just
Yeah.
talking too much. Is this you right here?
That's me.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
my
always
God,
drinking on
you very
SSRIs.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got it? I'm going to lock it.
Yeah, I'll put her in. Take a seat.
I have to get up in the car.
Okay, go ahead.
You're
Do you need me to help you up? So that he doesn't?
Yeah.
Okay. But
like all I'm trying to do is get up.
I gotcha. No, it's a little difficult. We're a little. All right, use your left leg and just kind of like push up.
Did you stupid?
No, man.
Donald Trump will support you. I promise.
Thank you. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, really.
Have a seat. This way I can throw the AC on for you. And
Please get my phone and tell him
I have everything.
that I have.
Okay, one step at a time. Okay, just let's get your foot inside. And I'm in the traffic now.
What's happening?
Right now you're being detained at this time, so I need you to just put your other foot in and get me out of the traffic.
Let me just actually show, let's educate ourselves a little bit on something. Where is it? Right here. Let's actually learn what will chemically happen.
Mix these medications inside the body.
You rewind that.
Mixing alcohol with antidepressants might sound harmless to some. After all, people drink socially all the time. But what actually happens when alcohol meets these medications inside the body? Is it just about feeling?
And I've made some type of formula basically saying like, so if you have one drink and you're on SSRI, that really means it's 2 drinks. If you have 1 drink and you have 2 pills, 2 SSRI medications, that's really 2 drinks, and so on and so forth.
A bit more tired, or is there something much more dangerous going on? Today, we'll break down the science, the hidden risks,
Just
and
a
what
short
doctors
video.
often leave out when they give that standard advice. You should probably avoid alcohol. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why that warning exists. And it may change the way you think about that next drink. Antidepressants come in many forms. SSRIs like Zoloft and Prozac, SNRIs like
Zoloft and Prozac,
Effexor,
and Effexor. That's what I was just saying before. Effexor.
and other classes such as tricyclics or MAOIs. Each works differently in the brain, but they all share one thing. They influence neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers. Alcohol also interacts with those same systems. When both are present, the effects can amplify, cancel out, or create entirely new problems. This isn't just a theoretical risk. It's been documented in both clinical research and countless patient experiences. So why is alcohol such a big concern with antidepressants? First, alcohol is a central nervous system depressant. It slows down brain activity, affecting reaction times, coordination, judgment, and mood. Many antidepressants can also cause sedation, dizziness, or impaired thinking, especially in the first few weeks of use or when doses change. Combining the two can make these effects much stronger, sometimes dangerously so. That means a person could become impaired after just 1 or 2 drinks, far more than they expect.
What the
But
heck
the
is
risk
that?
isn't just about feeling sleepy. Alcohol can also directly interfere with the effectiveness of antidepressants. In some people, drinking reduces the medication's ability to regulate serotonin or norepinephrine, potentially making depression or anxiety symptoms worse. There's even evidence that regular alcohol use while on antidepressants can increase the risk of relapse or make recovery take longer. In other words, alcohol doesn't just mask the benefits, it can undo them. For SSRIs like Zoloft, Prozac, and Lexapro, alcohol may intensify certain side effects, including nausea, headaches, and changes in...
No. It will increase the side effect. And that means it's basically in a... So this is another way they lied to you. It will increase a side effect. But guess what? The side effect is an effect. I'm sick of this bullshit, how they lied to it. That's an effect as well.
Sleep patterns. For SNRIs like Cymbalta or Effexor,
The clock almost said like 3:04 on it too. Look at that. It almost says it was almost 3:04.
changes in sleep patterns. For SNRIs like Cymbalta or Effexor, the combination may raise blood pressure more than expected. And for tricyclic antidepressants like amitriptyline, alcohol can trigger dangerous heart rhythm changes in high enough doses. These aren't common outcomes for every person, but the potential is serious enough that they're highlighted in official prescribing information. Then there's the mental health side. Alcohol is often called a depressant, not just because of its effect on the brain's activity, but because it can actually worsen mood in the days following drinking. This post-alcohol drop in mood is especially risky for those already dealing with depression or anxiety. Research has shown that alcohol can increase suicidal thoughts in vulnerable individuals, and the risk is higher when combined with medications that already alter brain chemistry. Another
Which is what all these women are taking all the time.
important factor is judgment and impulsivity. One of the
Which is what we see women get crazy.
goals of antidepressants is to stabilize mood and reduce harmful thought patterns. Alcohol,
And when they say stabilize mood, that means like numb and dull out your mood. That's really what it means.
however, lowers inhibitions and impairs decision-making. That means someone who's been feeling better thanks to medication might, under the influence
Yeah,
of alcohol,
I struggle
make
with alcohol a
choices that
bit.
set
I go
back their
I go pretty
recovery
hard on
or
it and
put
then
them in
stop
dangerous
now and then.
situations.
Alcohol
The
is
interaction
addicting
risks
and
aren't
stuff.
always immediate. Some people mix alcohol and antidepressants and feel fine the first few times, leading them to believe it's safe. But problems can develop gradually. Sleep disturbances, worsening depression, increased anxiety, or changes in how the body processes the
Yeah,
medication.
a
This
lot of
can make
that
it harder to connect the
makeup is
dots
actually
and
like
realize
rat
alcohol is part of the problem.
like rat
There's
crap.
also the
Believe it or
rare,
not. No,
but
excuse
very
me,
real
bat
danger
crap.
of serotonin syndrome. While alcohol itself isn't serotonergic, the combination of certain antidepressants with other medications, plus alcohol's effect on metabolism, can raise serotonin levels too high in some scenarios. While rare, serotonin syndrome is a medical emergency, with symptoms like agitation, rapid heart rate, muscle rigidity, and high fever. So, what's the safest approach? For many, the most reliable option is complete avoidance, at least in the early months of treatment, while the body is adjusting. If a person chooses to drink, the key is to keep it minimal and never binge. One drink may still have a stronger effect than expected. And
Yeah, but binging is the best part.
even small amounts can interfere with mood regulation. If the temptation to drink is strong, especially in social settings, it can help to plan ahead, such as having alcohol-free alternatives or
So he's just telling you how to go to. Let's go back to this is what you end up like.
Okay, there you go. All the way in. I'm not sure what's happening, but as far as I know, you're
She didn't even know she ran over a stop sign.
good. Stepped all the way in.
So she knows more of the whole story, but I just kind of pulled up 94. Yeah. So
Yeah, let me
they're
see if I
confirming
can
if she
find
hit the
that.
stop sign
No,
on private
that
property that's
crap.
over there. That one in the middle? Yeah.
Because we are white Americans and we give a about the humanity.
I just don't want to be in the street right now. Please just sit back so I can put the seatbelt on you. Thank you.
Am I going to jail?
And she just like tosses herself in the air, and I like catch her. And we just threw her in cuffs there because she was acting crazy already, trying to run away and do all this crap.
All right, I think I got you.
You think?
What's that?
You think I treat you well?
I think so, but I'm not sure what you just did to my partner. It kind of looked like you kicked him. So once I review that video, I don't think he was being mean, man.
Okay, he wasn't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I respect a lot.
And then, did you guys confirm if the stop sign was hit or something?
Yeah, I would say I saw it right in front of me.
Can you get like a picture? Is it like significant damage? Or we want to take a.
I think it's hit all the time, but you can see on her bumper on the front. It is if you hit it.
Yeah. Is it one of those ones that like bend back or something?
No, it's like a portable one. You can just pick it up.
Well,
if you hit it.
So it's not really damage. She just kind of ended up on your property back there, hit it. You guys saw, called it in, and she ends up here.
Yeah, she was speeding and then she hit.
Okay.
Just before you speak and do anything else, I want to read you your rights, okay?
I don't want to respond with my attorney.
I still have to just give you the thing.
What my Miranda rights were about.
Revolt.
It was my father. Yes, I want an attorney involved.
I'm just going to read you 7,
No,
and you just have to say, do you understand, yes or no?
I don't understand, no.
I didn't get a chance to read any of them to
I
you.
don't want the Miranda rights, no.
You don't get a choice, 304. Speaking of the makeup, Yorgi put, is this the reason why they're batshit crazy? I'm pretty sure batshit is some of the stuff that's in it. Let's do a little quick thing on makeup right here. It's funny, the timer almost says 304. It's 305, though.
Okay, guys, so like a lot of women, I wear makeup most days, but especially on the days where I have to film for work. So it got me thinking while I'm getting my makeup done, what exactly am I putting on my face and how safe is it?
I decided to do a bit of research. It turns out that the average American woman uses 12 products every day, exposing herself to.
Holy crap. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. That's a lot, guys. That's all money. Too. Wow.
About 126 unique chemicals.
Holy crap. No wonder they're cooked. No wonder these kids are autistic and stuff.
Many women
Look
use
at
even
this.
more than that. And a lot of those chemicals are considered toxic.
Asbestos, coal tar, carbon black, formaldehyde, lead. Formaldehyde is what they put in dead bodies. Wow. Asbestos. Huh. I guess it's getting the asbestos them. Damn it.
They've been linked to cancer, infertility, birth defects. They can even mess with your hormones.
Fake
But
up.
the industry is largely unregulated by the FDA, which cannot require cosmetics companies to prove a product is safe before it goes to market. It also can't recall a product once it's found to be dangerous for consumers. It's up to the company to do that.
Yep. What happened to RFK? I thought RFK was going to come in and get all these chemicals out of stuff and help people and get the red 40 out of the food and everything. He's not doing anything like that because he's a Kennedy and doesn't give a shit. And I'm sure his family makes money on keeping the stuff in there.
So why are these products even allowed to be sold to us?
Because you'll buy them.
There are over 10,000 chemicals used to formulate cosmetics and personal care products. And these are industrial chemicals that we're talking about.
Ooh, maybe she actually doesn't need some makeup.
I mean, the same chemicals that are used to grease gears or sterilize surgical equipment or stabilize plastics are used in your everyday makeup and personal care products.
Janet told me that while the European Union has banned more than 1,300
Which is funny because they don't, the women will never give up this makeup. It's their, the makeup is just for their own like vanity.
dangerous chemicals from their cosmetics and personal care products, the US has only banned 11.
Oftentimes people opt for the more expensive lines like Chanel or Kevin Aucoin over drugstore options, thinking perhaps maybe they're better and by virtue of being better, maybe safer. Is that necessarily the case?
No. I mean, it really isn't. And it's so counterintuitive in that regard. Just because you're buying a more expensive product, it doesn't mean that it's safer. Look for labels that have fewer ingredients. Stay away from the word fragrance in a product. That simple word fragrance can hide dozens and dozens of unsafe toxic chemicals.
Janet also told me about a handful of other chemicals I should be wary of. Foundation can contain heavy metals like arsenic and titanium dioxide, which can cause cancer when it's inhaled. Eyeshadow can contain formaldehyde and mineral oils that are derived from crude oil. Eyeliner can contain heavy metals like lead and arsenic that are linked to cancer and reproductive harm. Blush can contain parabens that mess with your hormones, and talc, which can have asbestos. Mascara can contain formaldehyde and dyes like carbon.
Holy crap.
Black that also cause cancer. And up to 3/4 of lipstick tested by the FDA contain lead. Many also can.
So this is bad too. It's also too like, why can't you just be authentic? You know, this is part of the whole scam. Everything we live in is a scam too. I see a lot on TikTok and stuff. A lot of guys are putting like inserts in their shoes to seem taller and stuff. It's like, at what point are we going to stop living for like an algorithm and being so fake and everything? Like, you know, guys aren't supposed to look like pretty boys. They're supposed to be like freaking like beasts working out in the woods and like getting shit done and stuff like that. You know, we're supposed to be kind of grizzled from doing work. Women, I don't feel like they need all of this stuff sometimes. It's very superficial. And then the next day when they don't have all the makeup and stuff, it looks really bad. I didn't know they had all this stuff in here at all. Titanium dioxide is almost in every candy for children. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. But we see that oftentimes in a lot of these care products and foods and everything, it's often like leftover like industrial waste and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this is part of the scam that we live in too. Like, when we're saying like, and you can start doing this. Like I do this at like a restaurant and stuff sometimes. It usually doesn't get you. It usually kind of makes you look crazy, but it's kind of true though. You say, "Oh, can you pass me the Red 40 corn syrup?" And you point to the ketchup. And people are like, "Oh, do you mean the ketchup?" No, I said, "No, I mean the Red 40 corn syrup. Can you pass that?" Because that's what that is. When you see Heinz ketchup and all that, it's not actually having tomato in it. It doesn't have like tomato. A bunch of the stuff that we eat and consume is just poisonous goy slop. And these women are putting it all on their face. I know like one of the first things of makeup and beauty, they would put this poison in their eyes called like belladonna or something, which would make their pupils dilate. Yeah, just like the fluoride in the water and so on and so forth. Like, we are lab rats to them, guys. But don't worry, RFK is gonna do the Make America Healthy Again. Don't worry, he will help.
Contain preservatives like BHA, which is linked to cancer and reproductive harm. And that's only makeup. Harmful chemicals can be found in all sorts of body products like lotions and shampoos.
And they use like a bunch of creams and a whole bunch of stuff
too. It's a lot to take in. Thankfully, consumers can search for the health ratings of tons of products on databases like Skin Deep, Think Dirty, and GoodGuide.com.
But unless we demand more regulation of the cosmetics industry, choosing safe and healthy products may continue to be a guessing game.
Wow, so that was just an interesting side note. I should do a deeper dive into that too. Let's finish off with this mega hoe.
So what exactly are you asking for right now?
I'm asking for an attorney by law.
Okay.
That
So I won't read you these then because you don't want to really have. Okay.
Absolutely not. Yeah. So we're chilling like a fellas.
I'm gonna close this door. Okay. I don't want to be in the traffic anymore.
Yeah, no, we drink hard in the Northeast.
I got it.
In fact, my state, New Hampshire, consumes the most alcohol of any state because of me.
I can smell the alcohol in her breath. That's one. Her eyes are dilated. That's two. Once I approached over here, I'm talking to the valet. Valet's like, she didn't look or appear to be drunk. I gave her the keys. She's on the phone with her husband on FaceTime, and he's telling her to take an Uber. Valet still gave her the keys. She's on the car coming this way. Somehow she made her way around. So either, I don't know how she got in here. Either way, they're saying that she hit a stop sign from back there. I don't know.
No damage to it.
Oh, but she definitely did.
Yeah, she did.
All right, so I'm talking to her. I'm trying to get her to. She's saying everything that she wants to say. She's saying everything about Donald Trump, though, and supporters. However, she's not saying anything about what the heck's going on.
Miss, I'm Sergeant Vega with the town of Palm Beach PD. Listen, this is what's happening right now. Listen to me, miss. You are under arrest. You are not free to leave. Okay? If you continue to kick the car and listen, right now you're being under arrest. You're under arrest for misdemeanor.
The Kennedys are drunk.
If you kick the car and you damage the car, you're going to be charged with a felony.
Word is Cash Patel is a drunk, and Pete Hegseth as well.
So you go from a misdemeanor to a felony. You are not leaving.
I mean, alcohol is dangerous, guys. It is addicting. You know, it's kind of awesome, but it's kind of addicting, and it can really mess you up too. So just keep that in mind. Maybe I'll go back to microdosing mushrooms or something like that. Especially once it gets really hot out, I want to drink more, but you can't work outside in this heat and drink, you know, your ass off. You just get cooked.
I'm not taking the handcuffs off. Nothing is changing your situation.
Mar-a-Lago and
Okay.
your life.
Okay.
I'm the same.
This is Annabelle.
I didn't mean out the wheel. You didn't get around white people.
The demon's coming out. The demon is coming out.
Drop. Yeah.
You're talking to me because I can't hear you.
You. You. Get in the car and drive your house. You little piece of. No. No. Can't even drive. These are so piece of shit. Drive. Get the in the car, you.
She just urinated. I could hear it.
With the jello cleaner up here and all that shit.
All right, thank you.
Now. Yay. Eat me alive. You guys are done.
The suspect was aged 41 at the time of arrest. She was charged with driving under the influence as a second-degree misdemeanor, with driving while her license was cancelled, suspended, or revoked, which is also a second-degree misdemeanor, and with resisting an officer without violence, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. Bond was set at $2,000. In return for pleading guilty,
So she had to pay $200 to get out, basically.
To driving under the
pay like 10%.
Influence and on a suspended license, the state prosecutor took no action on the resisting charge. She was sentenced to 10 days in jail with 1 year
Oh, crap, 10 days in jail. Wow.
probation and an additional 6 months of driving suspension. She was also charged $1,664 in case fees, the last of which was paid off on December 23rd of 2025. She was not issued a presidential pardon by Donald Trump.
That's a goddamn garbage.
Now, what do you think? Is the valet at least partially responsible after giving her the keys
No, it's not. He's not responsible. She got in the car.
when she'd been overserved? Let us.
She probably would have tried to get the valet fired for not giving her the car, anyways. Let's look a little bit more into the makeup here, because I think we might be on to something. I know, so now being known that that's lead in there, lead, mercury, cadmium, these metals like that, once they kind of get in the body, they're very difficult to get out. You have to do a process called like chelation, or you can take things like zeolites and stuff like that to pull it out. But the reason they're so dangerous is they basically get trapped in the brain, and when they're up there, they start to change the way the brain signals and talks to itself with how it sends the electrical signals in your brain. And it kind of makes you basically kind of like retarded and violent is basically kind of what it does, and starts to do Alzheimer's and stuff. So that's where this, like the thing, it's called Mad Hatter's disease. So Mad Hatter's disease is just heavy metal poisoning that basically starts to drive you crazy and make you mad, a Mad Hatter. So like Mad Hatter's disease came from basically in like some factory in like Connecticut or something, I think in like the 20s or something, when they would make a brim on those hats that they would wear back then. They would somehow dip the hat in mercury, and everybody who was sticking their hands in the mercury kept getting like all mad and violent and retarded. So that's why they're calling it Mad Hatter's disease. That's where it came from. But that's what these chicks are kind of doing too. So that's very dangerous. Lead is also in the Flint, Michigan water, amongst other things. Holy crap. That's I just bought a dump trailer, and that's like the trailer payment. Holy crap. Holy crap. Liberty put, apparently fallen angels taught humanity makeup and other dark arts. Perhaps, yeah. It's very deceptive. It's supposed to be sexual. It's trying to be seductive. It's basically kind of a lie. And like, I think women look pretty good without the makeup on, to be honest. I always thought it was, they didn't really need it. Well, I mean, some do, but if you're a hot girl, like I think you actually have like sharper facial features if you don't. Putting things like onto the body, you would run the risk of that. Women in makeup look like men in makeup to me. That's what Evil Eddie says. It's because a lobbyist put that in there. Some like L'Oreal lobbyist or something, because they make a lot of money off makeup. So they're not going to interfere with it. So I'll go a little bit far. Because how many times do you see these women doing a TikTok video and they're just putting on a ton of makeup? It's crazy. This was the video that I wanted to play. Now we'll do this one more police video. This is a really good one. I think we figured out enough about the makeup.
I was driving, my girlfriend hit me in the face.
Hot 2 on that. Hot 2 on that cop car.
How are you?
What?
Shannon.
What?
Why did you just do this?
What?
What's going on?
Is this your car?
Yeah, this is my car. I'm so sorry.
What state is it out of?
Indiana.
Okay. What's going on, bud?
This is my
what happened?
boyfriend.
Shannon, you just hit me in the face right now.
Stop your
Shannon, just
really
stop.
able.
Yes.
What happened?
I'm sorry. I did not mean to stop the car in the middle of the street, but I just got hit in the face.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Shannon, just...
You able.
Okay.
I think I had a copyright. Damn
You
it.
want to step out of the car so I can talk to you about it and kind of get...
I think you're right,
What's going on?
Equilibrium. Fuck.
Yeah.
Shannon, stop. What did you just do, man?
No, you
Damn
can
it.
stop.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Something messed up. I don't know what messed up. I'm still here. Damn it. I don't know what happened. Let me share the screen with this. Let's try this again. Sorry, guys. Damn it.
Don't be spitting in there.
Yeah?
Yeah, that stupid makeup thing probably did it. I didn't think that would be a big deal. It's probably because it was kind of fucking gay too.
What?
I may need to just stick to cop videos.
What?
Thanks for staying, guys. I don't know what
What's going on?
happened.
Is this your car?
Yeah, this is my car. I'm so sorry.
What state is it out of?
Indiana.
Okay. What's going on, bud?
This is my
What happened?
boyfriend.
Shannon, you just hit me in the face right now.
Stop your
Shannon, just
really
stop.
able.
Yes.
What happened?
I'm sorry. I did not mean to stop the car in the middle of the street, but I just got hit in the face.
Really?
Okay.
You able.
Shannon, just
You able.
okay.
That's fine.
Hey, do you want to step out of here so I can talk to you about it and kind of get what's going on?
Yeah. Shannon, stop. What did you just do, man?
No, if you can stop. So what? Are you from here or what's?
I'm from Illinois.
Okay.
I just literally got smacked in the face. I did not mean to stop in the middle of the street. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Well,
That's all that it is. I was driving. My girlfriend hit me in the face.
Yeah.
I was literally not trying to stop in the middle of the street. I don't know if I hit anything right now. Just happened. I just got hit in the face. So you know what I mean. I was pretty stunned like a second ago. So
Looks like she's hitting on him.
You going down the road or something? Or what?
my girlfriend is a little bit inebriated, and you know, she hit me in the mid. Like as I was driving, I was just trying to get us home. I don't even know what the hell just happened.
Where are you guys seeing that?
We're like not even half a mile away. We're like 8 minutes away from Ottawa.
You're in Ottawa. But like,
Yeah, no, I know. But I mean, she lives in Ottawa. I'm not from Ottawa.
Okay.
He's talking
like,
about
literally,
Ottawa, somewhere in the United
like,
States, not California.
6 minutes
like
away from
somewhere
the
in the
house.
Midwest.
I'm trying to get home.
Yeah.
And I just got smacked in the face as I'm trying to drive home. You know.
Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. How much have you been drinking?
Maybe not even half a drink. That was probably like 2 hours ago.
I'm gonna talk to this officer back here. I'm just kind of staying with him first.
He seems like a nice kid.
And I am so sorry if I hit anything in the middle of the road,
well,
because
you hit something. Come back here and talk to me.
I'm just trying to get home.
Kind of hope he doesn't get in trouble.
What's going on tonight, man?
I had probably less than half a drink, and that was probably like 2 hours ago. You know,
Okay.
The demon will come out with this 304.
Why are you opening my door? Why are you opening my door?
Because my hand opened it. What's going
No,
on?
first of all, you are not supposed to open my door. Yeah, there's no reason for you to
Okay.
open my
What's
door.
going on? Where are you guys at? Just around here?
I believe the bar is called Steaks. I'm not from here, man. I literally came
here
to
in
see
Ottawa? Shakers?
Shakers. Yes. I'm so
Up
sorry.
by 80.
First of all, I'm a little biased, but
Maybe drunk.
open my. First of all, back up.
She's on mad pills too, I bet.
Can I walk out of my
No.
door?
No, you can barely sit. You're not going to sit.
Really? Get out of my door. Get out of my door.
I'm not going anywhere.
Get out of my door.
What's going on?
Get out of my
Why?
door.
I was just trying to get us home right now, right? And I literally just got cracked in the face.
Why are you guys arguing? She's just drunk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
You can join if you want on StreamYard.
Get out of my door.
Stay over there, okay?
Sitting? Abel, get out of my door. Abel!
Oh, what's his name? Her name's Kane.
Abel, get out of my door. 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 No, get out of my door. No, no. Get out of my door. Get out of my door. Really? Really? No? Hey, you're about to break my arms. Really? You're gonna break my arm? You're gonna break my arm?
You can stand back.
No, you're gonna break my arm. Really? That's what the you guys do? Really?
You lean forward a little bit?
No, I will not. That is what I will not do. That is what I will not do. No! No!
Jesus.
No! No! Fuck you! That is what I will not do. No? That is what I will not do. That is what I will not do. No!
So, whoever just said that, she's very aggressive when she's been drinking. Yeah, I don't know if that's a friend who came by in another car or something like that. That means that she is an aggressive person in general, and she's hiding it. So when people drink, they kind of become more of like who they really are. So if you're drinking and you become a mean, angry, drunken idiot, that's because like that's kind of who you really are. Some people, when they drink, they're usually, more fun to be around, more caring and stuff like that. So the stream got taken down before, guys. Thanks for staying. We'll complete this video and probably call it a night.
That is what I will not do. No! That is what I will not do. What you do?
Yeah, I don't know if it played a Liberty. I don't know why it says Limu wears the golf cart. I don't know if it played a Liberty Mutual commercial, but I hate the Liberty Mutual people. I hope that Limu and Doug get killed. They're terrible.
Try and act like an adult.
No! No!
Can you sit down?
That's what you guys do?
Can you sit down?
Look at me in the face! No! That's what you do! You're gonna break my arm? That's what you do!
You would just cooperate.
No! That's what you guys do. Yeah, I know. That's what you guys do. Break each other's limbs. I know you break each other's limbs. I know. That's what you do. It's hard. Each other.
This is when the demon comes out. Right when they get locked into the car. This is gonna be her in about another minute. Watch this. That's gonna be her in the cop car. Watch. Oops, sorry.
Just hurt.
That's what's coming.
Each other. That's what you do. Let's hurt each other.
Yeah.
No, fuck you piece of shit.
This is when the demon comes out, when they're locked in a cop car. This is when they start getting really crazy. Which at this point, you're not getting out. I don't know why they try to beat on the door and everything.
Yeah, you piece of shit. And you know what? You're a scum. You're scum!
Is she normally like this? What? I mean, she's drank like crazy amount. What was she drinking?
Yeah, scumbag ass piece of shit.
She normally doesn't even drink like this, so
yeah.
I would imagine that's the reason why she's getting like this. But in the middle of me driving, like we're not even 6 minutes. What?
I was on the phone with them.
Stephanie, we're like
she
what?
Was completely belligerent, and I was already getting in my car to come and grab them. Yeah. And then all of a sudden this happened.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Don't be throwing up.
Yo.
Let me check your eyes. Talk about that concussion there. Just keep your head still, okay?
Sorry.
By the way, side note, I think this guy's sober. I think he's a kind of a good kid, actually, but or good guy. But you could also say if he was kind of drunk too, you could say, well, she just hit me in the face, and I don't think I can take this test right now. Could be a way you might be able to kind of get out of it.
Okay. Your car is going to need to end up getting towed. This wheel's this way, and your other wheel's straight.
Yeah, you dumbass bitch.
Hope you spit in there.
Yeah, I already spit. What are you gonna do?
So you do have a little mark on your right side of your face from it. So we're gonna arrest her for domestic battery. Okay. And she hit you, and then you caused a crash.
Right.
Press charges, man. Get your car fixed from her. She probably cost them, $1,500 in damages on the car or something like that. So, it's 2026 now. If you're a guy and you get hit by a woman, press charges. Don't just walk it off like how it used to be. They want, equal treatment. This is equal treatment. If he hit her, the same thing would happen. So here's the equality. It's probably the best thing that could happen for him, actually, in a way. Or, not take away the car damage, but her getting arrested and stuff is probably one of the best things that can happen for him.
Quit kicking.
Yeah? Open up this door then. Open up
I'll
this
leave the door open.
No, open up this door.
Sure.
My boyfriend has no reason to open it.
No, we're talking to him.
No, he's not got to deal with it. No, he's a nice man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know him. You do not know him to sit here and judge him. You don't know him. Right?
I don't know.
No! Do you have a right to judge him? No!
Jesus Christ.
No, you don't.
What's your first name?
Abel.
Okay. Yeah. Abel, I'm gonna have you come back here. I'm just gonna run you through some field sobriety. Okay.
Oh man, I hope he doesn't get in trouble.
I like you. Oh, you were a very beautiful being.
I want you to take down 9 steps, touch your heel to your toe on every step. Series of small steps to turn around and come back the same way with your heel to your toe on every step. Okay. Questions on anything?
No, I'm
All
sorry if I'm shivering because it's very.
You're good. You're good. Just make sure you're stepping your heel to your toe on every step and you're keeping your arms on your side. Begin when you're ready.
You said right in front of the left, right?
I hope he doesn't get in trouble.
That's how you're starting. Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid ass bitch.
Stop spitting.
Kill.
Whenever you're ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, that echo effect was cool. Oh, he might be cooked. He's not touching the heel of the toe. Oh, man. So he's cooked. I don't know why he's going that far. He could be high or something. But did you see how that stupid girl got him into all this trouble now? He's cooked. His car is fucked. He is fucked now. And she probably will get in less trouble than him.
You remember, Ella? You remember how many steps I asked you to take?
9.
9. How many that you took?
8.
20?
You said
9? You said you took 20 though.
I took 20 steps?
20.
No.
Okay. Walk back 9.
Okay. No.
So that was 8. But I mean, we were back there when we started the test. So
Okay.
On the way down, you took 20. Okay.
I let me go! Let me go!
So face me. Balance issues or anything?
A little bit. I mean, as stupid as it might sound, I went to the gym recently, so I'm a little bit, leaning to left, leaning to right, whatever it might be.
Okay. So whichever leg you are more comfortable with, I want you to raise that leg.
This is the girl in the background. Like, that's her in the cop car.
About 6 inches off the ground with your toe pointed out.
That's a scary ass
Watch
movie.
me
I
and me
almost
first.
don't even like showing
It's
the
gonna be like
length
this.
of it.
Your heel's about 6 inches off the ground with your toe pointed out, looking at the tip of your toe. Count out loud for me. 1001, 1002.
I feel bad for him though. He didn't seem like that bad.
So on and so forth until I ask you to stop. Okay. Whenever you're ready. I'm ready. Okay. And keep your arms on your sides.
Jesus.
Settle down.
Power of Christ compels you, ho. This is when the demon comes out.
All right, you can put your foot down and hang tight for me for 1 second.
She's spitting in there.
They're like children.
You, you bitch.
So we'll take one last breath test.
Oh,
Go with
cut
that,
out
and then
again?
we'll get a code for your car and figure all that. Okay. So one long, steady breath.
Yeah. Is it okay if
Damn it. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm just going to have to call it a night. I don't know why I kept getting taken down.
if I talk to my sister for a second?
If you what?
If I talk to my sister for a second, she is CPD, and I would just rather just talk to her for literally a minute, if that is possible.
Instead of doing the breath test, or
Yeah.
I'm confused.
If I could just talk to her for literally a minute, you know what I mean? Like, if
Damn it. I'm gonna. You guys can hear me. I'm just gonna have to call it a night. I don't know why the stream keeps messing up. I appreciate the viewership for being here. I don't know why it didn't work. Let me go.
I was just concussed And before I'm doing a field sobriety test, I would rather just.
So the being slapped or anything like that like doesn't affect this.
Okay.
And if it's been a few hours ago, then like that wouldn't.
Good kicking.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, I think I might call it.
Good kicking.
You can talk to her later. I mean,
Not right now.
No, not right now. No.
Okay.
No. So one long steady breath if you're good with that. Okay?
And you're not. I mean, I know you guys are usually.
You can put a 1 in the chat if it's working. I think it still is kind of working, but.
Yeah, think. Yeah. Yeah.
Put your feet down.
Okay, cool.
No, I'm just concerned about my girlfriend hitting.
Yeah, I
you know what I mean.
I know.
Like she's been.
She's not banging her head. I have an officer
No,
watching.
I know, but I just rather talk to her before I do anything
Yeah,
with you guys. You know
I got
what I mean? Like, is that okay?
No.
No, it's not okay for me to talk to her. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really? You think?
Put your
You
foot down.
think? You think? You think? You think?
You want to decline this?
I do.
Okay. All right. Do you know your alphabet?
Yes.
What I want you to do is tell me your alphabet from the letter F to the letter S.
From the letter F to the letter S.
Yep.
Okay.
This is hard. I don't even think I could do that.
So that would be T.
So I just want you to start at the letter F and then go to the letter S. Then you start, F, G.
G. E. No.
Okay. Beautiful night.
Oh my god, it's a beautiful night.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Did you guys go watch
That
wrestling?
stupid ass little bitch.
Oh.
Oh my god, is he mad? Right? Because you're just not a person that matters, right?
Nope, I don't
Does it matter?
All that
Does
matters.
it matter, you dumbass bitch? Does
like-
it matter?
Yeah, it matters.
Yeah, it does matter. Are you sure? You ass bitch.
Whoa, jeez.
Whoa.
That's a big
Whoa,
word.
you mother ass bitch.
That's a big word.
Does it matter?
You can count to 100.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
All right. What I want you to do for me is count backwards for me from 72 to 54.
Okay.
Dude, this guy is making it
71.
difficult.
70, 69, 69, 68, 67, 67, 66, 66, 60, yes. I am so sorry if I cannot. I got hit pretty hard.
Does it matter, you ass bitch?
I don't think so. Oh, jeez. Oh, there you go.
Does it matter?
I take that. Thank you.
Where were you guys drinking at tonight?
Shakers, but I.
Oh, okay, just in your town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I took less than 2 drinks.
Okay. All right. Well, you definitely seem like you've had more than 2 drinks to me.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and place your hands behind your back. You're going to be arrested for DUI.
All right.
So your hand part. Your thumb. One second.
Figure it out.
Who's this to you guys? Friend or? So that's your names.
She's the sister to Shannon.
Got it.
My girlfriend. Yeah, sorry.
The loud one of the bunch.
Let me out! Let it! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!
Sorry for all the stream stuff going wrong tonight, guys. We'll end it after this video.
Let
This
me
wasn't my night tonight.
You can put them in my car? Or? Yeah, you're the one walking back there. I'll bring that stuff up there.
You spit one out again. You spit out me again.
You spit on you?
I spit on you? She did. Oh, okay.
All right, we're going to go over this side.
I'm so sorry about anything. That might have just happened.
Yeah, they just want to kind of.
No, I don't even. Jesus.
What's going on? Why is she like this when she gets drunk?
Yes.
I didn't even invite her to my wedding.
Our first suspect was aged 28 at the time of this arrest. He was charged with failure to reduce speed to avoid an accident as a petty misdemeanor, and with driving under the influence of alcohol as a Class A misdemeanor. He also received a ticket for operating an uninsured motor vehicle a week prior to this incident. Prosecution of the DUI is ongoing, with an upcoming court date
You might
on
be
May the
able to get off of
27th,
that.
2026.
If he gets a good Jew lawyer, he might be able to kind of get off of that.
Our second suspect was aged 33 at the time of this arrest. She was charged with resisting, obstructing, or attempting to disarm an officer, with aggravated battery to a peace officer with minor or no injury, and with domestic battery making physical contact, all as Class A misdemeanors. Prosecution for her case is also ongoing as of this production, and she has a status hearing scheduled for May the 22nd, 2026. Now, what do you think? Is she the kind of young lady you'd be proud to take home to mother? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching 5-0 Police Body Cam.
Wow, that's crazy. So sorry about all the stream getting messed up tonight, guys. I didn't really have a goal of what I wanted to do. So maybe I'll do another stream tomorrow or the day after. And I'll get maybe more of an itinerary going and make sure that nothing's copyright. I think learning about that makeup stuff from that video is kind of copyright. So YouTube has kind of been messing with me. It's probably like the third time a stream was taken down, and it's been very difficult to gain subscribers and stuff. So I really appreciate the viewership and being involved in the chat and everything. So hopefully we learned some stuff about the new age gurus in the beginning. That was the most important part. Look out for these scams. A lot of these new age religions, it's like a new age, new cage. And, you know, people are kind of leaving religion and they're getting taken by a lot of this law of attraction stuff. And you know, these scams, a lot in the modern day, what we have now is just a scam economy. So, you know, I want you guys to be able to see some patterns and writings on the wall for that stuff. So have a great night. And I'm just going to keep hammering these live streams. If there's some hiccups now and then so be it. I'm just going to, you know, keep coming back and doing more. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.